welcome to my channel. Welcome to any new subscribers. You're very welcome. Anybody who wishes to watch me is more than welcome to sit beside me with a cuppa or a drink, whatever time of day it is for you, and have a gas bag. So today I'm mainly talking about knitting. So I've got a couple of things to talk to you about. Two projects, a pair of socks and a jumper that I'm knitting, or a sweater. So let's crack on. Okay, now these socks that I've been knitting since winter last year, so since July last year, they're my tried and true pattern, my vanilla latte socks. Now, it might be tried and true, but depending on the yarn that I use, I've noticed they turn out different. And I don't know if you knitters out there have this same problem. I have second sock syndrome. I don't know if it's a thing. If it isn't, I'm making it up. So the first sock turned out lovely, very neat, probably a little bit bigger than I had hoped, and I'll tell you why in a sec. Now the second sock fell into the second sock syndrome twice. So the first time I knitted it, it was very slim and very short compared to the good one, the first one. The first one's got lovely, what do you call it? Lovely stretch in the leg part, nice, the right length. It's got a nice heel. And I knitted this on the plain. So the thing that I remember about this is I was knitting this on the plain back in July when I was coming back from New York. It was 24 hours on the plane or thereabouts. Anyway, I was knitting in a circular 9-inch needle of a 2.75 size, and I was loving it, absolutely loving that circular motion, not having to do the magic loop and swap and change it all the time. I was really enjoying it. Finished off the sock right as rain, really happy. So finished that off and started the next one with the magic loop, because it's a different size needle. So that's all very well. Now it came to switch over to the, then I got off the plane, came home, picked up the knitting the next time, and honestly, I cannot find the 9-inch 2.75 knitting needle. So my thought is I've dropped it on the plane and left it somewhere, or on the seat or something, so I've lost it. I cannot find another one locally in any of the shops that we've got around here to replace it. So I thought, oh well, whatever, doesn't matter, I'll just go back to the magic loop. So this is why the second sock turned out different, because I was using the magic loop, which is a bit tighter. Oh, really? Okay, so the second time I knitted it's a long story, sorry, bear with me. The second sock, I ripped it back to nothing and started again. So this is the outcome of the second time I've knitted the second sock, if that makes sense. Anyway, there's a story to this one. Very skinny leg. Compared, check it out. It's about the right length, but it's very tight, so I think I'm going to have to block it out. And when I realized that when I was knitting it, I thought, oh, I'm over this second sock syndrome, I'm going to crack on. So then I started with the heel, and I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll actually go down or up a size. I'll change the needle size so that I've got the right number of stitches remaining, which is good, 60. And I'll just go up so that it's gradually gotten wider, and it came time to do the heel. So that's all good. And then I thought, well, it's actually still not wide enough when I put it against there. So I went, changed the needles again to a bigger size. Oof, naughty. Shouldn't do that. Anyway, now, this is the first sock, right? The second sock has actually ended up a bit bigger in the foot. So, first sock, second sock, bigger. Check it out. So I don't know who is going to wear these. It might be me, because I'm about the only one that I would put up with this problem of one leg is tighter but the other foot's bigger. There's one more mistake. It could be fixable. I'm not pulling them out again. I'm over it. I want them finished. I want to move on. When I did the what do you call it? The bind off, Mexican shuffle, whatever the bind off's called. Anyway, I'll write it on the screen. That didn't turn out. First sock, beautiful, lovely and neat. You see that? Beautiful, very neat. It's so neat you can hardly tell. The second or third attempt, second attempt at the second sock, very messy. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a really big ridge on it. And I don't know how that's going to go, and it might really hurt the toe. So I was thinking I probably can unpick this section and just really concentrate instead of watching TV and doing it. Really concentrate and bind off correctly. So what do you think? Is it worth it, or is it time to just go, you know what? They'll do. Oh, that'll do. I'll just wear them around the house. Like, they'll be fine. So if someone's got one leg skinnier than the other, I know one person in the family that does. Whatever. So I'm a bit over it. And let's move on. The wool I used for those socks, sorry, before we move on, is the Marphologiya Perfect, as in pairing, perfect. And it recommends 2 to 3 millimeter knitting needles. Well, I fell in that realm. And there's actually a pattern on the back. Not very helpful because it's in German, I think. Faden aus dem Innern das Niklaus herausen das Gilb. Anyway, it's German. Anyway, so that's why I didn't go with that actual pattern. But and it's supposed to be self-striping. Anyway, that's the wool or the yarn. And I bought that in Melbourne. It's actually Romanian wool. It's not really lovely and soft, even though it's a super fine. It suggests wash it in no hotter than 40 degrees. Well, I wouldn't. I usually hand wash mine. 75% wool, 25% nylon, which is the usual. Regia, R-E-G-I-A. A bit ripped. But that's the wool. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love knitting socks. They're so handy. You can take them wherever you go, and usually they're a no-brainer, and you can knit them on the train without thinking or in front of TV. But yes, I must be more careful with the second sock syndrome that I have created for myself. Anyway, the second project, well, this is a little bit connected to my mum getting sick and being in hospital for a month and then in aged care and then later on dying. And I lost my way with this. A little bit symbolic, isn't it, really? I've got I've got 2 backs knitted. It's cool. It's really nice. A lovely wool. The yarn is from Bendigo wool. Bendigo Woolen Mills. Love the wool. I've talked about this before. I don't even know where I'm up to. I don't even know where the pattern is. Hold on, I do. Here it is. Pattern's here. And it's an, sorry, yes, it is a very old pattern and I've photocopied it. Very bad, sorry, noisy. Very bad photocopy. So I love the pattern and I love the style, I love the collar. So, but trying to work out what actual size is going to fit me in relation to how much ease is in the pattern. It's an old-fashioned pattern, and it's a patterns. I'm not used to patterns. So I've got one whole back knitted, and honestly the armholes the armholes are right down here. Hello. So that one's one. Then I've knitted this much. This is the back. This much. Oh, hang on. It might be the front. Hang on. This much. See how confusing it is? This much of the second back. So trying to work out when I start the armholes. Oh dear. What am I going to do? And then I've got the third. So I've got one whole, one knitted, one whole back. I think it's back. One whole something. I think it's the second back. And then I think I've started on the front. They're all huge. What shall I do? What shall I do? Shall I knit the sleeves? Shall I? One option. Knit the sleeves both together and then see how the sleeves finish. 2, pack it away and don't even think about it again. 3, pull it out and start again. Pick a different pattern. 4, finish it off as it is, including the sleeves. Finish off the second back and change it so the armholes aren't so big. So change it, downsize it. 5, I'm up to 5. 5, use the first back and then just finish off one of the other half knitted frontal backs and make it match and just have a big sleeve opening and run with it. 6, what else could I do? I could just pull out the first back, get rid of that, and run with the second back, finish that off. Oh, I don't know what to do. What do you think? Should I change the size needles? I think that's what I've done. So I have to really sit down with a nice strong cup of tea and really figure out what I've done. These are 4mm as recommended. 4mm needles. These ones I think are 4mm needles as well. So I'm going to have to get my needle measurer out and really work out what the hell have I done. It's very symbolic, isn't it, of the ongoing project that I had happening during Mum's illness and passing. Symbolic because I'll pick up and put down, I was making mistakes in the pattern, and then I've ended up with all this stuff and I don't know where to go with it. So yeah, very symbolic of the not chaos, but the very demanding situation and how that was really affecting my thought process and my decision making. And really, I'm pleased that the decision-making errors only happened with my knitting. It only happened with knitting. I'm pretty confident that everything else that was decided and done around that time relating to mum I'm very happy with. So that's a good thing. So what do you think? I really love the colour. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. I'll tell you what I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards pull it all out, start again, and see it as an experience. You know, so many hours, and I love the pattern. This is such a pretty pattern. But so many hours have been spent, and anyway, so that's what I'm leaning towards. Which option do you think I should go with? And I'd like to have a knitting project on the go. Socks? No, not at the moment, thanks. Maybe I'll go to my stash and see what else I've got. There might be something in there that will give me a bit of a... Let's get off the subject of knitting. A bit about life. Well, it's 2 years coming up in the next few days. It's 2 years, a 2-year birthday for my channel. And I cannot believe it's 2 years already. Oh my goodness, where's those 2 years gone? Does anyone else feel like that? Time's just going nuts. It's going so quick. So I'm going to have a live stream to celebrate 2 years. And I'm going to have some quite different stuff to talk about. I've been trying to work out how to do a live stream with Zoom. It's very complicated. So that might not happen, but I'll just do old school live stream on YouTube. I've got the live stream link already pending, sitting in there live. So you can put that in your diary already as a reminder. Now it's going to be Monday the 10th of February at 6 a.m. Perth time, West Australia time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, and I believe it's 10 a.m. Monday the 10th in New Zealand. And I'm sorry, I don't know the times for the Northern Hemisphere, but I really hope it fits in with you. I'm pretty sure it fits in with you guys in the US. I'd love it if you can join me. Previous live streams, they are actually a lot of fun. But if you are happy to sit and listen for me talk a lot, you will need to comment on the comments to be involved in the communication. So some of it is me stopping and reading and then answering your comments or questions. So think up some questions that you want to ask me. You can put questions in the comments on this video if you like, that you would like me to talk about on the live stream. So if you want to know something about my sewing background or my knitting background or things like that, please put them in their questions in this video, and then I will prepare. Or I might need to prepare, otherwise I will be on the spot if you can stand it. So I hope you can make it 6 a.m. Just follow the link that should be sitting on my channel on Monday morning. And I'm going to talk to you then. I'm very excited about a second birthday. Unbelievably quick. Anyway, that's very exciting. So that's it for today. And I'm going to leave you with that. Till I see you again, stay well and happy sewing. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.